Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Outside Giddey. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Edwards. Collins outside. Offline with a three. Outside Porzingis. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, the team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
On offense, here are the Lakers. It's a three-point game. And here's Collins for three. Collins with another miss. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Brown. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown in transition, a phenomenal finisher in the open floor.
Outside Edwards. Here's Clingan. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. The three from Okoro. And he buries his first look.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Outside, Brown. Fires the three. And Clingan pulls it down.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Now here's Brown. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Edwards pulls it in.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Back to Okoro. Pass to Collins. Three-pointer. On target from range.
Well, a big man with considerable range, folks. John Collins has to be respected beyond the arc.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Daigneault. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Jrue Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Allie, thank you. Now here's Holiday. Doesn't go that time.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Oh!
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Okoro outside. Down low. Here's Collins. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on James Wiseman. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
It's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Clingan. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Thunder with a lead. Giddey with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Porzingis for three. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Stolen by Giddey. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Pass to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy at 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the night. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
A good look from Brown. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Holiday from long range. Kicks it out to Collins. The Lakers with the rebound. And another shot. That shot off the mark.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
And here's Brown for three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Collins for three. Sinks the tray. Collins has got 9.
The corner three is coveted, and John Collins quickly gets to work.
Now Giddey. Right side Brown. Here's Tilly. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. It's the Thunder.
14.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Morant with it. Guarded now by Wiseman. Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Outside, Williams. Here's Pierce. That three's off the mark. And so Morant will bring it up to the Lakers. They trail by 1. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
First team foul.
And he's made a case for first team all defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Pierce can't get to it. To the inside. Brown with the steal. Inside. Back to Wiseman. Kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. The rebound by Stewart. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Morant looking around. Okoro with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. And here's Morant outside. The Lakers with another miss. Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Lets it go from deep. Pierce can't get to it. The Lakers trail. Ja slices through. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in the defense and getting to the rim, Greg.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Pierce. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Collins outside. Here's Stewart. Back to Edwards. Collins outside. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
They now take the lead. Stewart's got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Brown with a screen. Here's Williams. Buries it down low.
Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
And it's Collins off the drive. And Collins with the jam.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Corner shot. The kick out to Williams. And here's Brown. Give him 8 points now. Soft touch off the glass. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And here's Morant outside. Drills it from deep.
3 points.
And the Lakers lead by 2.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. A tight game here in Oklahoma City. Following this game, they hit the road and challenge the Bucks at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Pass to Story. Middleton outside. Outside, Williams. Back to Middleton. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And what hustle from Zion right there. Just outworking everyone on the offensive boards.
A minute 22 left to play in the first half. Pass to Story. From downtown. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist. Story's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Williamson looking around. Zion on the move. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Williamson's gotten 4 this quarter.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
Middleton outside. Here's Porzingis. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. Los Angeles leading by 3. Williamson for 3. And Story pulls it down. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Right side, Porzingis. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Boy, if there's one big man who exemplifies the evolution of size in the NBA, it's KP. Kristaps Porzingis can stretch the floor. He can get out and run in transition. It's a combination you almost have to have.
Williamson outside. Good D by Porzingis. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Los Angeles. They're up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Lakers in the lead. Williamson outside. Williamson powers down the jam.
Yeah, no doubt Williamson's one of the most powerful dunkers the NBA has ever seen.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Back to Porzingis. Clock at 6. What a finish from Porzingis.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Giddey with it. Now Carter defending. Here's Williams. From deep, Giddey connects from downtown. Giddey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Man, what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Outside Morant. Outside Carter. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. And the Lakers lead by 2. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, Kristaps Porzingis puts the ball on the floor, gets right to the cup.
Oh, the power of Zion.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempts tonight.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweep.
Oh, Zion lowers the boom.
And that's what we've come to expect from Zion. Exactly.
Pass to Brown. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Brown's got 12 points.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Look at Zion showcasing the range.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And here's Brown. Neesmith covering. Back to Brown. Beyond the arc. And Clingan pulls it down. The Lakers lead by 3. Williamson outside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
At the line for the Lakers.
Williamson hits them both. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Brown. Out to the right wing. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Williamson outside. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
And Zion living up to his full potential tonight. He can be a terrifying matchup when he's playing with energy.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Williamson into the lane. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. So it's Oklahoma City now. It's a 5-point game. Brown inside. Yep, count it. Brown's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Here in the second half, their offense has been strong. Great ball movement, really working well for clean looks.
And that one's good. Williamson.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Brown in the high post. He's got 18. And Brown rising high for the finish.
You see an illustration of how well Jaylen Brown understands their system. He's got great command of this offense.
Knocked away. It's a one-on-one situation. Your story.
Lakers foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Los Angeles.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
There's Neesmith with a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Neesmith's gotten himself going here. His first point to the game on the deep ball. Giddey with it. Picked up by Neesmith. Back to Wiseman. Pass to Story. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
You get the sense his teammates recognize Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm. Let's keep feeding him.
Pass to Clingan. 1 second left. No good on the buzzer beater. Zion Williamson has been on display for Los Angeles. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Thunder trail by 3. Now here's Giddey.
Los Angeles foul. Clingan. First personal foul. First team foul.
The Lakers on D. Pass to Wiseman. 6 to shoot. Outside Porzingis. KP to the cup. Missed inside.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Morant. And he converts the layup.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Now here's Brown. Back to Giddey. Pass to Porzingis. The Lakers with a rebound. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Big hit from outside, Jaylen Brown.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Outside Morant. Outside Carter. Pass to Nesmith. And stolen by Brown. Oh, deflected. Oh, stolen by Morant. Collins, high post. Porzingis grabs the board. Thunder trail by 4. Here's Brown. Here's Story. Second chance effort. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Up top, Morant. Oh, Morant from close range.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
Brown with it. Picked up by Collins. The three, Porzingis. Pass to Wiseman. Over to the wing. Here's Story. Outside Porzingis. Just 3 to shoot. The three. And Clingan pulls it down.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Los Angeles making a change here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Thank you for that, Allie. Left side, Morant. Morant elevates at the rim.
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
Pass to Tilly. Here's Brown. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro. Free throw good. Brown.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Williamson with it. And Williamson throws it down.
This is the guy Williamson wants to be for his team, the player they can count on in the clutch moments.
Here's Middleton. Pass to Porzingis. Rebound, the Lakers.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Williamson, no good. Thunder trail by 5. A minute 31 left to the fourth. Pass to Tilly. Porzingis in the post. Collins with the rebound.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
Here's Tilly. Back to Porzingis. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
Oh, you love the aggressiveness, the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
And the basket by Williamson.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Pass to Williamson. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Brown. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Story. Here's Porzingis. Money.
Oh, excellent work inside. Once he saw that mismatch, he took it right to the rim.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
2 shots.
And he's unable to get the second one. Pass to Story. It's Middleton on the wing. Over Edwards. It falls!
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Timeout called. The Thunder. They're down by 5. Your thoughts, guys?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Puts it up off the inbound. No luck on that one. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
NBA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that about wraps it up. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Now here's Brunson. Three-pointer. Counted from distance. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean... We're about to find out.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Kept alive. Pass to Bailey. Here's Misi. Defended by Porzingis. Clock at 2. Second chance shot. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Giddey. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Giddey's got his second basket on the night.
After the turnover, Giddey was quick to get the ball in his hands to finish the break.
Here's Brunson. And it's Brunson again missing.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Brunson missing again.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's Giddey. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Pass to Misi. Here's Bailey. Inside. And stolen by Porzingis. Here's Tilly. Driving inside. Another shot. Kick out to Brown. Stolen by Anunoby. And here's the fast break.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Anunoby with a double team. Story. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And Giddey with a little giddy up on that pass.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Outside, Brown. To the inside. It's Brown on the wing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Bailey. And again, no good by Detroit. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for a bit. I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Pistons trail by 3. Porzingis on the double team. Pass to Bailey. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Brown. And he converts the layup.
Terrific initiative from the swing man. Brown is smart at understanding when to look to score inside.
Pass to Bailey. The 3 is up. Porzingis grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, a huge slam from Brown. I like when he doesn't settle for a layup there.
Three-pointer Holmes fires in the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Pass to Pierce. .32 seconds left in the first. Left side, Porzingis. Tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Pistons in transition. Out of bounds into the Oklahoma City's ball. Here's Giddey. Give him 8. Pass to Pierce. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. The Thunder making a switch here. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the night here. 4 seconds left. Soft touch off the glass. Bailey's got 8.
Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
That'll count. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 4. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Here's Pierce. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
Now Brunson. Brunson! So confident at the rim.
An incredible job, Brunson just measuring off that floater.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, B.A., the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Here's Nowitzki. He's scoreless. The game now all tied up.
Well, that's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Pass to Carrington. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J. Carrington's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Nice body control there from Chris Middleton. Stays with that even after contact.
And as Chris Middleton has gotten older, Brent, he's had to battle a number of injuries.
Yeah, no doubt this is what happens to an aging player. And for Middleton, they seem to just be compounding. The tough thing for the squad that he plays with is just how reliable and important he's been in the biggest moments. So he gives them confidence. He needs to find it back in his own body.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Pierce. 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Carrington. From deep. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Brunson. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Story. And the ball out of play. The Pistons will have it. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Here's Nowitzki. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on James Wiseman. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Pass to Pierce. Here's Story. Here's the 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
He drops it from range. Story's got 5 points. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Brunson taking his time here. Pass to Nowitzki. Over Middleton. And again, no good by Detroit. Thunder with a lead. Here's Pierce. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Detroit calls timeout. A minute and a half left in the first half of basketball. Here's Bailey. Give him 8 points now. They've got numbers. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Sometimes you do a little extra work. Something good comes your way. And Porzingis cleans up that offensive rebound.
Pass to Misi. Here's Brown. Throws it up high. Up high, and down it goes on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Outside, Brown. "43 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Oh, the Thunder, another three.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Misi. Stolen by Giddey. Banked it in off the glass. And it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
Not afraid to try his luck down there. Giddey on the interior.
It's Johnson with a drive. Johnson on the wing. Jacks up a three. Connects from downtown. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. From deep, Giddey. The shot comes out. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Thunder. They lead by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Outside, Brown. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Holmes. Sinks the tray. He's got 6.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Despite these injury concerns over the past few years, you can't doubt the talent of Porzingis. I mean, this guy is capable of 20-point nights every time he steps out there on the floor.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Detroit calls timeout.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Here's Bailey. Give him 8. Crafty move. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Pistons trail by 7. Left side, Anunoby. Pass to Bailey. From deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried. Bailey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
It's Brown on the wing. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder able to keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
They kick it out to Porzingis. From outside, off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. Chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range, and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Uncovered. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Story. Back to Giddey. Shot clock at 6. Now Porzingis. Wow, Porzingis with the triple.
That's a confident shot from Porzingis. And when he's pulling that quick, you know he's feeling it.
There's a screen. Jams it in off a great move.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Johnson with it, and it's Giddey picking him up. Pass to Messi. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Story. Right side Brown. JB off the bounce. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Timeout called, the Pistons. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Both teams will make substitutions. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Brunson. They get it again. The shot off that time. And it's Giddey off the drive. Out to the wing. Screen by Wiseman. Three-pointer. Pierce can't get to it. So it's Detroit now. To the right side. Right side Brunson. They set a pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades away. Count that one. Brunson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He just thrives in the mid-range.
And here's Giddey. 10 points for him. Pass to Pierce. Here's Tilly. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Brown can't hit.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish a position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Wiseman. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Pass to Giddey. Out left to the wing. Outside, Brown. Here's Pierce. Here's Wiseman. Oh, look at Wiseman throwing his weight around. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 7. And we're just... Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Brunson. No good on the 3.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Giddey. Outside, Brown. To the wing on the left. 4 on the clock. Here's Pierce. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Hits the trifecta.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside, Brown. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
I mean, he'll just come right back at you. Brown with all the confidence that he can do it better.
Outside Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Here's Carrington. Pistons keep it alive. Out to the right wing. And here's Brunson from the arc. Offensive rebound. Pass to Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. Tilly grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Wiseman. Oh, off the drive. Wiseman shows off that freakish athleticism.
Defensively, you want Wiseman to shoot jumpers, but you can't let him break you down like that.
The Pistons call timeout. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Detroit's head coach had some words for his team over the break. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, "We have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging." Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Pass to Messi. Here's Holmes. Got it. Good job in the low post.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Right wing. Middleton from the outside. Goes back up. Pass to Story. Middleton with it. Puts up a 3. On target from range. And the Thunder lead by 10.
They keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
The Pistons call timeout. The Thunder making a switch here. Here's Brunson. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Two-handed power slam.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. To the paint. Your story. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
Substitution on the floor.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Middleton, right side. 5 to shoot. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Kick out to Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Outside, Brown. They shoot again. And Anunoby pulls it down.
That's got to frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time.